Milton players. Wow, that was fun to work on. Hey guys, welcome to my AI studio today. My name is Martin. I do videos and I'm also a photographer here from Milton. This is my latest project that I did with Milton players. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll catch you in the next one. Boom.
Sue and I have entirely different methods of directing. I think they're both very successful. I tend to sort of terrorize my actors. I've been known to chase them around with a 2x4 and whack them on the rear end, which apparently is a no-no today. But I can usually get the actors to give me what I want. I just use devious methods to get it. Sue is a lot more gentle than I am. My name is Jeff Ford. I've been involved with Milton Players since the early 90s. And long-time member, and I'm now an honorary member.
There was one time when we thought the group was going to have to fold. We, at the time, had a rehearsal space over on Wheelabrator that we were paying rent for and paying rent for where we were putting on our shows. And we just were running out of money. So what we did was we gave up the rehearsal space and we now rehearse here at the church. And everybody pulled together and we got people to donate, members and friends to donate, and the group got back on its feet, and now all the shows are done in the beautiful theater in Milton, and yeah, the group's doing great. My name's Susan Cranford. I joined the group in 1988, so I've been there for a long, long time. I haven't been active the past few years, but I'm also an honorary member. When I joined the group, we did our performances at the Masonic Temple down on Highway 25, and we would go in on the Friday night, and first we would have to build the stage, and then we'd go back on the weekend and build the set. And sometimes we would be working all night. We were allowed to be in there as late as we wanted to, and there were times that we worked on building the set all night long, and then we would go to the fifth wheel for breakfast before going home, exhausted but happy.
My name is Sandra Kern. I am the current president of Milton Players Theatre Group. I have been the president since 2019. We perform out of the First Ontario Art Centre Milton. And you can get tickets you can go to our website and there's a link that says buy tickets that will link you directly to their website, because they do sell all the tickets for us through their box office. You can go to their website, which is firstontarioartcentremilton.com. And again, you can buy tickets through them, or you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X now, and that all will have a link to go to buy our tickets. So we've actually just announced our next season, so our 2024-2025 season, which is actually going to be our 45th anniversary season. Our first show is Agatha Christie's A Murder is Announced, and then the second show, so the first show is in November, the second show will be in February, and that's Bienvenue au Trout Lake. And our third show is Fox on the Fairway, and that'll be shown in May of 2025. I'm wanting huge future things for our group, so that's my work towards right now.
I'm Haley and I'm the stage manager for this show, Today we're just finishing up the set, having the actors run through it for the first time. They're going to run through their lines later on, where the director and I will fix up cues and everything. So that's lighting, sound, everything, just tweaking it so that it's perfect for our run tonight. So right now the actors are this is their first time seeing it in person. So this has all been in their minds for like the past couple months. So yeah, we're just tweaking right now. Little details. We're actually very far ahead than we normally are at this time because this has been a pretty easy set.
I set up props for the show. I make sure the actors, everything's good for the actors and prepared so that they can perform to the best of their ability.
Do you have any hand in picking the items that are used?
Sometimes I'm a part of the props team. For this one, I wasn't a part of the props team, but the past couple of shows I have been going to like thrift stores and stuff to find the stuff for the stage.
Okay, and so thrift stores and what else? Just personal items? Do you go to stores? Do you go to friends, people we know?
Thrift stores, family members, friends. We have a storage unit full of items. We have stuff that we build for the props. We have set pieces we build. We have set pieces we find. We go to like flea markets.
How many people are using for props every show? Depends on size?
Definitely depends on size. Yeah, of the show, I find usually we have at least 2. Depending on how much there is to do backstage, we'll have some more. For this one, we have 3 people on props and 2 people behind scenes to do set or costume changes. So, but yeah, the last one, in November we had I think 4 or 5 people backstage, which was a lot. That was pretty packed. Yeah, Murder on the Orient Express.
That was a large one. So on a show this size, it's kind of small. It's 4 cast?
Cast of 4, yeah.
Okay, how many people do you have working on this, did you say?
Yeah, we have 5 people, 3 like ASMs and 2 for costume changes and hair and makeup.
So, Scott, you are producer.
I am producer of Real Estate.
Okay, tell me what it takes to be producer of a show like this.
Well, this is a fun show because I don't want to say it was easy, but because it's all modern day stuff, it was easy to find stuff. So a producer's job is to kind of do everything that is not kind of from an actor's perspective. So it's all the props, it's the set dressing, it is the costumes. The producer, while he might not do all of those individually, he's kind of responsible for wrangling all the people to make sure all of that gets done. Because when you see a show, you pretty much only see the actors on stage. What you don't see is the hundreds of people behind the scenes making those actors look good, whether it is through costumes, through the set dressing, through the props, all that kind of stuff. So a producer's kind of in charge of making up all those things are happening around the actors.
That's really pretty much what it comes down to. Now, there's a holy trifecta, which is the director, the stage manager, and the producer.
The producer!
That's right. We call it the holy trifecta because that is the one thing that the producer does is
produce. You get things done. I'm a producer.
I was actually going to say wrangle everybody, but that's funner. That's much funner to say.
So yeah. And being a producer yourself,
I have produced,
yes. Learned from the best. There's also a very handsome gentleman named Dave Wiley, who is what we like to call the executive producer. He is our big boss, if you will. So
yes.
We cannot do anything that Dave does not allow. So we have to make sure we're making Dave constantly happy, or else we all get in trouble.
Yes, and I do believe. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I do believe Dave. Okay, thanks, Dave.
Nope, Dave is
all right, Dave. Dave, as executive producer,
Dave.
You also support. The executive producer also supports. Can I do that again?
Take 2.
Take 2. executive producer also supports the producer in times of need, or if he needs to wrangle anything, or if he doesn't have time for certain things. And basically, being head of the show, you just kind of give the okay on everything, and everybody comes to you, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty much. And like I said before, the producer's kind of responsible of making sure everything that's not kind of happening on stage is running smoothly.
Right.
So it's a huge team. Like there's the producer, but then there's the production crew, and the production crew is huge, filled with amazingly talented people who do everything to make the show look good.
Yeah, this is also true. Because we have a lot of things going on the outside. Dave, the executive producer, is also the guy who helps build these sets, because his full-time job in the real world is doing decks and fences. Yeah, exactly. He does construction. So we find so we have a lot of people who can bring their outside world knowledge inside. We have, quick story, this wonderful woman, Liz, who is from Australia, and we found her, and she helped us a couple of years ago with Clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hand makes costumes from scratch.
Yeah.
She's that talented.
Yeah.
She breaks anything
Yeah.
and makes it all perfectly. So
Yeah.
we're very lucky to have a very, very talented crew of lots of creative people to put it all together.
And the very, very most important thing is all volunteers.
All volunteers, yeah. We do it because we love theater and the community that theater brings together.
And you get coffee and donuts sometimes.
And delicious donuts.
Yes, yeah.
And pizza on Saturdays.
Oh yeah, pizza on Saturdays. Yeah.
This coming Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, we don't have a matinee this Saturday, so no pizza yet.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do, right?
I'm not showing up.
And yeah, I do believe that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's what producers does. Producers, like I said, behind the scenes. So we do all the stuff that nobody knows has to happen to make sure things happen. So
yeah, the longer you spend here, you'll end up acting, you'll end up producing, directing maybe, stage. Well, Sandra Curran pretty much does all the stage managing for the last 28 years, so.
You'll end up being a star.
You'll be a
on
star.
and off the stage.
But yeah, everybody's a star in this group.
Some more than others, you know what I mean?
And yeah, I think that's about it.
I think that's it, yeah.
All right. So from one producer to another producer, break a leg.
Great production.
Okay.
Yay.
That wasn't cheesy.
Yeah, we should have
Not at all.
practiced
Yeah, okay. The one thing I did say about nobody gets paid, but we do have a budget because we do ask funding from people, we ask people to buy tickets, and that's where all the money goes, is to back into the shows. And we buy material, and Liz here, who has made many of our hand-sewn dresses, and for this show in particular, you made what?
The two dresses that are the two colored ones. The black one I didn't make, but I made the green one and the sort of pinky mauvey one.
All right, so the green one and the pinky mauvey one, keep an eye on that one. The black one, we don't care about that one because she made the pinky mauvey and the green, but that's just a small taste of the kinds of works that she's done.
Yeah,
may go.
They gave me the black one and said we want two more different colors.
Yeah.
And so I did it.
But it's not only just the beautiful stuff that she makes. When we did Clue, I had this really ugly old suit from 1974 probably, and it was really thin, really tight, but she was able to make me fit. And even during the show, I was very, very animated and jumping around, and I ripped it right up the back of my pants. She had it ready for me for the next show. These are the little things that she does.
I just enjoy being part of it. It's a wonderful group of people, and it's I love to sew, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, all serendipity, I'm telling you. Milton is lucky that way. So yeah, thanks, Liz.
Okay, thank you. Good
all
to
right,
see you
go
again.
enjoy the show. Okay. Yeah, so this is where the ASMs will sit. They communicate with Haley through their headsets. They have their own script that they follow along with. Blue light, obviously, because you don't want anything glaring, no noise, and that way we give silent cues, and that way when actors are ready to come in, off, props, things that are coming up, we know when everything is ready to go. And so usually we'll have one at either end because there's always coming in, going out, costume changes going on, as Veronica mentioned earlier. And when they come through, we also have things, simple things like flashlights, so that when It's dark, very dark back here. We'll have lighted strips, but that way we can lead them out and through so we don't have people getting injured.
And we have the two essential fuels of any backstage crew, the caffeine and the hydration.
That's right.
Water,
one goes
caffeine.
before the other, right? Caffeine, water, water, caffeine. But if you mix them together, they kind of wash each other out. Yeah, so obviously the other side of our, one end has props, the other end has props. Everything kind of works together. You will have things like this where one end will have certain things going in. As ridiculous as it sounds, we will tape a table sometimes when we have those big shows. We will literally have 2 of these, 3 of these tables, and they're taped and they're all sectioned and they're all marked for page numbers, who they are, where they're supposed to be going, things like that. But this being so small, there's not much to remember. I mean, half of this stuff probably isn't even props. So tomorrow night is opening night. At this time, they will hand over to the house, and which means that they start bringing the people in, which means nobody is allowed in here anymore except essential people. Haley will be up on the board, and whomever is doing sound, things like that. Actors will be either getting ready mentally, ASM people, and this is just really a time of hurry up and wait. You'll see a lot of that going on where people are standing in groups, talking quietly, getting ready, and it'll all be dark back here.
Hello everybody, my name is Scott Andrews. I'm the Director of Real Estate. The show you're about to see, and in case you wanted to go see the rock band, you're in the wrong theater, but too bad you can't leave. Just want to do a couple of announcements.
The other thing we have been known to do is after a heavy session of set building and getting ready for rehearsals before the show, is we have been known to go to the odd pub and socialize, which is also a great aspect of the Milton Players Theatre group. It's a very friendly group. We care about each other and we do socialize a lot. We have after-show parties at the members' houses, and we donate food or we pay for pizzas or something like that, and we'll party there after we've struck the set, and we get together and we're all chillaxing and saying, thank God that's over, and then half an hour later saying, oh, it's over. If you're interested in theatre, join the Milton Players Theatre group. It's so friendly. It's really successful now, which is a great pleasure to both of us to see how successful it's been. This season has been record-breaking so far, and we want to see that continue.